Hi, and welcome again to the Path to Profit podcast. We have a special one for you today. My partner in crime, Dr. Manette Riordan, and myself, Brad Dobson. This is our first episode of year 2.
Woo,
so episode
woo,
53.
Yay!
We forgot the
Woohoo!
party hats and whistles.
Your ears will thank us for that.
That's right. And we are here on the central coast of California, and we're on fire.
We are
No,
on
literally,
fire.
we're on fire. We are looking out.
On fire.
We're looking out the window, and 2 miles away, the ridge is on fire with the Whittier fire, and all of Santa Barbara and Goleta is covered in smoke. And so we have a fire quote for you. We might talk a little bit about our business being on fire and
wishing it were more on fire.
Maybe a lot of smoke and not a lot of fire. And yeah, it's just us today, and I'm happy. I'm happy that we made it through this first year of the podcast. And it's been all that I wanted it to be. I'm always looking for
more.
That's right. I'm always looking for opportunities to do things directly with Manette.
Yeah. That's
you.
Yeah.
And I think that we brought a lot of value to people, a lot of good conversation, and I got to meet a lot of neat people, which is good for me. I don't get out that much. So anyways, Manette's got a fire quote for you today, and we're going to talk about, I think we're going to ramble a little bit, but we're going to try and talk a lot about lead magnets today. Specifically, obviously the front facing things that you have online to entice people into your beautiful web of stuff that you provide them.
Are you gonna let me talk?
No, I'm just gonna ramble on. Actually, that would be a great joke if it just went for the whole half hour and you never said anything. No,
you're pretty talky on the last one too.
That's true.
This is, I love that you're being so talky because it shows how comfortable you're getting with the whole process.
Oh, and I'll put on my radio voice.
You put on your radio voice too. Yeah. All right. So Brad is not joking. The house is on fire.
No, not the house.
Sorry, the hills are on fire. The hills are alive. And 2 nights ago, at about 11 o'clock, the kids are coming home saying, hey, they're evacuating close to us. And we look out the window and the sky is orange and you can see the flames. And Brad said it's like Mordor. Looking into the fires of Mordor.
Yep, pretty much.
Yes, it was a little scary. So enough about fire, maybe. But let me share this awesome quote with you. So one of my all-time most favorite poets is Rumi. And Rumi, in this particular quote, says, set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. And I love this quote from a business perspective because it takes both sides of that equation. You have to set your life on fire, and becoming an entrepreneur is not for the faint of heart. This is my 15th year as a business owner. Been a long time. Brad's a couple of years into the process, but has been a witness and a participant in all the insanity for the last 15 years.
Fire, I think.
With my hair on fire. A lot of times, but we can't just set our own life on fire. We do have to seek those who will fan our flames. We have to seek the fans. We have to seek the tribe and the community. I'm actually super excited for next week's podcast, which we pre-recorded already this morning, about masterminds, because I think masterminds are one of the ways that you can really stoke the fires and not feel like you're growing your business alone. Because I think one of the hardest parts of doing that, right, is the isolation that can come for a lot of business owners. So I'm super grateful to be on this journey with you, sweetie.
Oh, I think what I like about that, and I'm not well read in poetry. That's Manette's bailiwick, but
big word.
Nice. The passion level that's being talked about there, and I mean, set your life on fire. This is not I'm gonna back into it, I'm gonna put one toe in,
you could totally pull out an Ironman analogy right now for this.
Yeah, exactly.
Brad just committed to doing his 3rd Ironman triathlon.
Yeah, a new campaign. It's Boulder in June of 2018. I'm excited about that. And I guess that same type of thing. Set your life on fire. Audacious goals, big goals.
Yeah.
Not small things. it's not to say small goals are bad somehow, but gosh, I'm turning 50 this year, and the bigger goal, the better, I think. We need that in our lives to keep that fire, that passion going, and not get stuck.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate that you do have to have these big goals. But what I've discovered about success is that it's actually the small steps that get you there that are most important, right? And so that by the time that you reach the goal, there tends to be a letdown when you have a big goal like that. Like every time I've written a book, having kids, there's a reason they call it postpartum depression. After I wrote my dissertation, right, there's all these moments where we have these big goals. But if we celebrate our success along the way and we seek the people who will fan our flames, I don't think that dip in experience is quite as dramatic as it can be, and maybe has been for me. But let's turn this idea of setting your life on fire specifically to lead magnets. We want to make sure that we're not just rambling today, and we're giving you some great value on the show. And one of the topics that we talk frequently about with our clients, and one of the things we've been personally and sort of successfully and sort of painfully working on in our own business this year, is finding the right lead magnet to generate great leads for new clients in our business. And we've tried a couple of different things. We've hired an amazing team to help us build out some Facebook ad funnels, and they all start with a lead magnet. But let's start by defining, for those of you who may not know, or who are new in business, or new to online business, what is a lead magnet?
Yeah. So this is defined as a small, and by small, I mean, can be consumed in about 5-minute slice of value that you're giving away online, typically, whether it be a small report, an infographic, a template, a small video that solves one problem for your ideal client. So it's a micro commitment for them to opt in to get that lead magnet, and to read the stuff, and it puts them on a journey with you. And so, in terms of being passionate and being lit on fire, this is your best stuff that you're putting forward to entice people, and to find the right people that resonate, that need that one problem solved. And you're not putting something forward where you're saying, hey, I want to teach you this, or no, I didn't word that right, where you're providing a solution. I'm saying this wrong. The most important thing is that they resonate with the problem that's being put forward. They say, I have that problem, and you can provide me the solution. I'm sorry.
It sort of makes sense. So the concept of a lead magnet, so it might be helpful if we give them some ideas of what qualifies as a lead magnet. Another word you might hear is free gift or opt-in gift, but basically it's a checklist, a template, a blueprint, a quiz, which we've had good luck this year with our quiz, or something similar that solves a very specific tiny problem for your ideal clients. Now, the quiz did not solve a tiny problem. The quiz actually created problems and helped us really show people where they may be stuck in their business and how we can help them move through some of those problems. Here's another one we just created. We created one called the 5 things you must do to attract high ticket clients. And in it, it's 2 pages. It's super quick to consume. We'll put a link to that awesome lead magnet in our show notes, because it's a great lead magnet. But in it, we share the 5 things that you need to stop doing that are stopping you from attracting the right clients, and what to do instead. So with this one simple checklist, we've given you enough information to go make the changes you need to make to attract a different type of client without having to take another step forward with us. So the goal of the lead magnet is to get people on our list, to build relationships, to connect with them, to show them that we can help them go the next step further if they want our help. But the concept is you're giving them something really useful. And I want to share a fun story about Nisha, because I love this story about something that worked.
Yeah, and let's share some of our different clients with different business models. That
Yes.
some examples of what they did.
So I have a client named Nisha. Nisha is a quilter and an artist, and he created this amazing DVD series on free motion quilting. And we were working together to create a marketing strategy, and he needed an opt-in gift. He needed a lead magnet. And I kept telling him that you need to give your best stuff away for free. And he really resisted, right? He's like, I don't want to give this away. I just, invested all this time, energy, and money in creating this awesome DVD. And I said, trust me on this. Just take some little bites out of the DVD series that helps people get started on their own with free motion quilting. I promise you, it won't have them going off and doing it on their own. It will actually entice them to buy the DVD. And he was invited to teach at a quilt guild, and a woman came in and she said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet you. I totally saw your YouTube videos. I totally got your free gift. I can't wait to buy your DVD. I signed up for both of your classes while you're here teaching this weekend. So when you give away your best stuff to people, it's not about teaching them how to do it themselves, although that can be a very positive impact as well. But usually it's about helping people understand exactly what it is that you do, how you do it, and why you're the best person to help them do it better in their life. And that could be true no matter what industry you're in. Health and wellness, right? The Simple Green Smoothies is always one of our favorite examples, as a great one to go check out and see how they've done this very, very successfully.
One of our clients helps people in their homes to create a better environment in their homes, whether that's through decluttering or building furniture or things like that.
Putting IKEA furniture together that you can't put together yourself.
And she also does tree care, like fruit tree care. And so we were suggesting things like maybe a report on how to take care of your citrus tree. We have lots of citrus down here in California. Those types of things. So it's specific to your domain of experience. But I think the key thing that you have to work out comes back to ideal client.
Yep.
So you might have the best opt-in in the world, but it's no good to you if it's not calling out to your ideal clients. So, in our case, we're looking for creative women entrepreneurs, designers, so on and so forth.
Well, let's be really specific, right? Because it's not so on and so forth. This is what we really want you to understand. It's interior designers, graphic designers, freelancers, photographers, writers, authors, consultants, service-based businesses. Like, the clearer that we are about calling out to those people, then the more they can find us, right? And the more likely they are to want to work with us, because when they see our marketing, they go, wow, they get me. They're speaking directly to me.
That's right.
I wanted to share another example from one of our clients who is, she does conflict mediation and conflict resolution. And so a great lead magnet for her is 5 ways to learn from conflict in your family, or 5 ways that conflict is useful in your relationships, or how to manage conflict in your relationships. So all those things that we tend to struggle with around conflict that people want to know about. And she could target that to families. Like, one of her passions is working with families that are blended families, 2 divorced families coming together. And another one of her passions is human resources conflicts and workplace conflicts, and how to mediate those conversations around the water cooler and those meetings that can get pretty contentious. Or if you're an HR resource person who has to call someone into the office, and it's going to be what do you call it? Challenging, right? And difficult and not fun. So she's going to have opt-ins that are going to specifically help those people get through the steps on their own, right? So I think that's the key, is they need to be able to take this one step on their own. It doesn't mean they're not going to take more steps with you.
That's right. And in fact, that was the thing that was in my mind right then, was that if your customer goes on a journey with you, I think we've imagined this on the podcast before, and if you draw a big arc from left to right, because that's the way we draw arcs.
Yes.
And you draw a stick figure of that ideal client when they first meet you on the left, and then at the end of the arc on the right, that's where they are when when they've taken a full journey with you and you have provided all of your best products and services that they've purchased from you. And it's really helpful to understand what that journey is, and then you can break that up. And their initial step of that journey with you, it might have been meeting you, it might have been seeing you speak, it might have been getting your business card, which called out one of those problems and pointed at your lead magnet. They might have found you through an organic search on Google, through a Facebook ad, or so on and so forth, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, whatever channels you're out there on. And that's the first step. That step needs to be in line with the whole journey that they're going to take. Otherwise, we were talking with our team about the concept of congruence as it related to different pages in a funnel. But the same thing is true. That step that they've taken, that marketing message, the problem you solved, the gift that you gave them, it needs to be congruent with the other steps and all of the products and services that you're going to provide along that whole arc.
And me being the super creative one, I actually teach this live to our clients where I have them draw out the story arc and say, where are your clients when they start the journey with you, and where are they at the end? And then also ask, where along the journey do your clients get stuck? Because where they get stuck in that journey is great insight into what type of lead magnets to create for them. So one example for us where we see our clients get stuck is in time management, not knowing how to get all the things done that it takes to run a business. In fact, we struggle with that ourselves, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like feels like there's fires every place that always need to be put out, and we have new staff, a new team, and our son is working for us this summer as well. And it's like fires. There's all these fires to put out, or I have to do a good job of laying the groundwork and laying the foundation and building the containers so the fire doesn't get out of control either, right? So think about the journey that your clients are on, and you want to solve problems for them at different steps along the journey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so we've been we talked in a previous podcast about over creating, and we've definitely been guilty of trying out too many lead magnets and so on and so forth. At the same time, our team told us, yes, it's normal if you try out a lead magnet and it's not working, you need to come up with something new and that. But don't get you don't have to keep creating them. If you once you find the right thing, you can ride that horse a long time. Yeah. The thing, once again, it's about whether you've identified your ideal client and the problems that they have, and whether you are truly solving that first crucial problem for them with this lead magnet. I guess I'll go back to one other thing that I said was the size of it. It's just a small slice. And
this is so hard for me. I want to give so much to people.
Gave me like 8 pages of text. I'm like, this needs to be consumable in 5 minutes is what I've been taught. And that makes sense. So, that's not like, we'll take the case of our client that does conflict resolution. There's many layers to conflict. Mm-hmm. Lots of different people, lots of different interactions. It's clear that someone's going to come to her and say, oh my God, everything's terrible. You can't fix that all at once. Mm-hmm. And maybe you can never fix it, but so what's key is that you listen to those ideal clients, and in her case, she has lots of people that she has worked with, and they've asked her specific questions along the way. Those are the questions that you want to answer with your lead magnet. Just one of them, or maybe 2.
So again, I want to just reiterate, and then we'll wrap up for you guys, and not just talk your ear off about lead magnets. So a couple of great resources, Copy Blogger and Digital Marketer are two of our favorite resources. We can put links in the show notes. Digital Marketer in particular has some great blog posts that are free, easy to access. They do lead magnets probably more brilliantly than anybody else I've seen. So I would recommend checking them out. And the things that are working best for lead magnets right now today are checklists, templates, blueprints, bright ideas, and quizzes tend to be kind of the top 5 sort of fun, informational, educational, and that tiny bite that Brad is talking about.
Specificity.
Very specific, right? Here are 5 ways you can get 3 new clients this month, right? Super, super specific. And the more specific, the more the right people will say yes. Because what we found with the quiz is that while we got lots and lots of people taking the quiz, which was awesome, and we have new people on our list that we can nurture and build relationships with, they weren't necessarily going down the path to become clients right away. So understand the purpose of the lead magnet as well, right? So making sure that inside the lead magnet, you're telling them where to go next. So if the next step is a free consult with you, if the next step is something paid, like a Tripwire offer, which we could do a whole show on Tripwire offers, which is like a $7 or $9 purchase. Once somebody buys from you, they're warm, right? They're juicy. They're ready for more. They're saying, yes, I want more. So there's a whole long process to this, but we wanted to start today by just putting a fire under you, to stick with that fire analogy, of making sure that your lead magnet is in alignment with the problems that your ideal client needs solved.
Definitely. And I think the one other thing that came to mind that I'd be amiss if I didn't share again, I know I've shared it on the podcast before. Digital Marketer loves to bring this up in terms of a dating analogy. And the lead magnet is maybe just that coffee date in midday where you're talking and you've never met the person before. And you're not trying to sell them something. It's not going to be a long date. It's just a warming type of thing. So it's important that you keep that in mind. I think that that dating analogy is a really good one. Like,
don't ask him to marry you on the first date.
That's right.
Brad waited till like the 3rd date.
Well, I think I lasted a lot longer than that before I asked you to marry me.
We moved in together in 3 months, though.
That's true.
Right? 21 years.
Because I was so charming.
21 years, long time.
And we made it through a whole year of podcasting together.
We did. We've had a lot of fun. I think we're just getting sillier and sillier all the time. So if we can be of any support to you in creating your lead magnet, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can email clientcare@path2profitacademy, path2profitacademy.com, and let us know what's going on. Let us know where you're stuck. We're happy to do another show about lead magnets or reach out to you personally and offer some support and share what's worked for us and what hasn't. We would also be remiss if we did not mention our summit is coming up again.
Yeah,
yay!
Exciting.
So exciting.
September 22nd through 24th in the
LAX.
LA Airport Renaissance?
Yeah, the right? Renaissance LAX.
That's
and
right.
It's a beautiful, beautiful airport. You can go to path2profitacademy.com/summit. We've rebranded a little bit, so we're pretty excited about that. It's called Dream Design Profit. And it's a 3-day marketing intensive designed to help you get a plan in place for rapid growth in your business, right? So no more messing around, no more just staying in that dream stage. I see so many creatives, myself included. We love the dream stage, and actually we love the design stage as well. And where we kind of suck is that profit stage. So we want to encourage you to do the dreaming, do the designing, but then have the specific strategies you need to get you on the path to profit and stay there.
Good stuff. This was fun.
It was super fun. I love you.
Love you too. That's really disgusting. Anyways, we're on to our second year of the podcast.
Woohoo! Episode number 53. And we'll see you next time with Charlene Burke talking about masterminds.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.